Hello, my wonderful second graders. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn about two-syllable words and long vowels today. But to make it extra fun, we are going to be incorporating one of our favorite books, A Bad Case of Stripes. So, this is a book that we just read this week in class, and we loved it so much. So, I think it's going to be so awesome if we take some words from the book and we learn how to break them up into syllables and find the long vowel. And we'll learn all about what that means and how to do that. So first, before we get started, let's start off with some review. So this is some stuff that you may already know, but we're just going to make sure that we're extra comfortable with the information because it is going to be important for today's lesson. Okay, so a syllable. It's a unit of pronunciation having one vowel sound. So let's make this definition a little more student-friendly. So what does that mean? Okay, so it means that it is a piece of a whole word. So really what a syllable is it's a tiny little chunk of a word. Every word in the whole world is comprised of syllables. And so really the tricky thing with a syllable is trying to find out, where do I know where a syllable ends, where a new syllable begins, where a new chunk of the word is at, and how do I know? And so once we really get a hang of that, this is a tool that's going to help you not only in becoming a better writer, because you'll be able to spell words out better and sound them out in order to spell them correctly, but also helps us become better readers. When we break a word into chunks, it makes it easier for us to comprehend what the word is and sound it out. Okay, so now that we've gone over a syllable, let's jump into a vowel and what a vowel is. So a lot of us are very familiar with them, and they are A, E, I, O, and U. So we'll kind of touch on why it's important to know our vowels and to keep them in our brain as we're going through this lesson. But just a little reminder that those are our vowels. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to focus on two-syllable words today. And two-syllable words are very similar to one-syllable words, which we're already familiar with, but just as the name implies, there are two of them. So words can have 7 or 8 or 9 syllables depending on how large the word is. So really, it depends on what word you are reading and focusing on, but today we're going to just focus on two syllables and how to break those up. So we're also going to go over some strategies on how to decode them. So decode is kind of a fancy word for saying figure it out or get to the bottom of something. So think of ourselves as spies, and we're trying to figure out how and where a word gets broken up into syllables. Okay, so starting with one of my favorites, robot speak. So robot speak is where you do exactly as the name suggests, and you talk like a robot. So this sounds kind of silly, and we wonder, why might that strategy help us find where syllables are? And the funny thing is, when you speak like a robot, your voice automatically tries to pause where it hears a natural break in a word. So this is perfect when we're trying to find exactly where a syllable ends and where a new syllable begins within the same word. Okay, so let's go ahead and start it. Let's first go ahead and try it with a one-syllable word, like cat. So cat is a one-syllable word, and we're going to try to say it like a robot and try to listen and see if we hear a break in the word at all. Okay. Cat. I didn't hear a break. Okay, so we know it has one syllable. Okay, so now on to clap it out. Clap it out is a method that a lot of us are familiar with, and that is where you clap to the amount of beats you hear in the word. So with cat, 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 right? We hear one beat, one syllable in the word. Okay. And then counting the vowels. So counting the vowels is a wonderful way to test if we've broken up a word into syllables correctly. So if you've done it correctly, there should be one vowel per syllable unit. And I know this sounds a little bit confusing, but when we look at it, when we do some problem or when we do some words and break them up together, it's going to make a lot more sense. But basically what you need to remember is that every syllable should have a vowel in it. And if you have more than one vowel in a syllable, you think you should probably rethink that and reevaluate where you broke up your word. Okay, so now let's go ahead and practice a little bit. Okay, so at this moment, I want you to pause the video. I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to try to do these on your own. Try to break up moment and became all on your own. And then you can unpause the video and we'll do it together and you'll see if you did it correctly. And if not, you'll know where you need a little bit more help or what you struggled with when you did it on your own. So definitely don't forget to use the methods that we've practiced. Robot speak, you counting the vowels in the word, and clapping the beats in the word. Okay, good luck. Okay, so hopefully you paused and did it on your own, but let's go ahead and review together. So starting with the word moment. Okay, so first what I want to do when I look at the word is I want to do robot speak because I want to get an idea of where I should break the word up. Okay, so let me say it like a robot. Moment. I feel like the break comes after mo. Let me say it again and really test this out. Moment. Yep, I feel like it's broken up into two syllables and it's broken up right after the O between mo and ment. But to make extra sure, I want to go ahead and clap it out as well. So now I'm going to clap it out. Moment. Sounds right. It seems to confirm my previous idea that it does have two syllables and it breaks up right after mo. Moment. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put that break in between the word because I'm pretty confident that that's where the break is. Between mo and ment. That's where I'm going to break it up. And then, why don't I go ahead and count vowels to see if I did this correctly? Okay, so let me go through my vowels in my head. A, E, E, I see an E here. E, that's one. Okay, there's only one in this section. Okay, A, E, I, O, O, there's an O here. Only one in this section. I did it correctly. And this went ahead and showed me that I did, in fact, divide up the word correctly into two parts. Awesome. Hopefully those were the same exact methods that you used and implemented in order to support your ideas. Now let's go ahead and do the same with became. So we're going to go ahead and just use our robot speak and our clapping. Okay, so let's say became like a robot. Became. Became. I feel like it gets separated right after be and before came. Let me go ahead and clap this out to make sure this is correct. Became. Became. Seems like it is correct. So this is a two-syllable word. Both of these are two-syllable words, and we can figure out where the break between the two parts of the word comes by using our methods like robot speak, counting the vowels, and clapping to the beat. So, two-syllable words, as we reviewed, means that it is a word that contains two syllables. Okay, now let's move on to the second part of our lesson, which is long vowel. So a long vowel is a vowel that says its name. So as we went over, our vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So some examples of a long vowel would be the E in eating. So let's listen to that. E, eating. It doesn't say eating, right? That's not how we say the word. We say it eating, says its name. Another example would be afraid, aid. We don't say a fraud, right? Odd. We don't say that. We say aid, and the A says its name. So both of these are examples of long vowels. Now we're going to do some practice, and I want you to do the same thing. Go ahead and pause the video and try to figure out these words on your own. Sneezing, deeply, and giant. Say the sounds of the letters slowly and try to listen to which letter says its name. Okay, good luck. Okay, so hopefully all of you were able to do this on your own. So now let's go ahead and do this together. So starting with sneezing. Okay, now let's say that slow. S-n-e. I already hear something saying its name. S-n-easing. It's the E. So the E is our long vowel. Okay, deeply. D-e. I already hear it saying its name. D-eeply. Eeply. So the E, again, is our long vowel. Okay, now giant. 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 I'm guessing you know which one it is. That's right, the I. Giant. Awesome. Good job, everyone. Okay, everyone, this concludes our lesson. Go ahead and pause it on the screen. This is extra practice with words for you all. So this is all stuff that we've practiced, as well as some tips to help you remember how to find a syllable. So do these on your own, and we'll go ahead and go over them in class, and I will check to make sure that you attempted breaking them up into syllables, as well as circling the long vowel. Thank you, and have a great rest of your week.